Hey there, folks, we're back with the Boros equipment deck. If you're interested in making the deck for yourself, the deck tech is down in the description. Go check that out. Gameplay's coming right up. See you in a sec. Hey there, folks. My name is Thelona, and we're here with the Boros equipment deck. We're on the play with it, which is good for a fast deck like ours. Unfortunately, we only have one land, so we can't keep that. Although this has 4 lands. It's got a curve, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm alright with that. Let's do it. Let's drop Toolcraft Exemplar. Turn 2, we have a Copter and a swing for 3, so that's pretty good. Unless something comes to interrupt us, I'd say that's a pretty sweet start. And Evolving Wilds says that we're going to have that sweet start, so awesome. Now all we have to do is not draw more lands, because I think we're pretty much at the top of our curve. Our opponent is playing black. Seems to have a pause, which means that they definitely have our lovely artifact guy that I can't remember the name of right now. So we'll just drop him out in a Copter and swing him for 3. Awesome start. Next turn we have the Lone Rider strayed in to crew the Copter, so that's pretty sweet. Let's see what our opponent thinks of this and see how they want to respond. They could potentially have Snake here, or they have a Ballista for 1, and they're going to use it right away. It's fine by me. Okay, so we get a Bone Saw. That's an interesting set of plays here. So we're probably not getting through with this guy. That's pretty much a given. So let's drop the Lone Rider. Let's drop the Bone Saw. I had a little spike of something there. And let's crew with this. They have priority. They're going to fire it off on the Exemplar. Yep, thought so. That's okay by us. Let's equip this and get a benefit for the turn at least. Get in for 4, see what we want to cycle into. Big bucks. No whammy! So, are we wanting the Needle Spires still? I'd say it's still okay to have the Needle Spires floating around. But at least we got that land ripped off the top. Got that out of the way. So we got them down to 13, and their Ballista was forced. Oh, well, interesting. So there's some white mana in here available. And we get an Aether Hub. I'm going to go with the Needle Spires because I want that active. And I'm going to fire down the Lone Rider. Don't know what our opponent is playing, but we'll see. Alright, so I'd say this is worth the equip on this. Let's see if they have a response. Nope. Alright, let's send. Unless they have something for this. We definitely want to try and get the loot and get this land out of our hand. That's a murder. That's the end of that. Alright, let's see what we can get. Selfless Spirit, where were you? It's alright. We'll be alright. Unless they have a Languish. Well, that would kind of suck. Let's be honest. If this is a control and I didn't quite see the control scheme with a Ballista, kind of threw me off the path, then that's going to be a little painful. They're holding up 3 mana. Alright, well, I mean, this is an option now. Well, I'm going to go with Selfless Spirit. Make them make a decision now or never. there's a fatal push. Well, there was something at least. Let's equip over. They can't have answers forever like this. I mean, that's a lot of answers. Let's swing in for 2. Blessed Alliance. Oh my god, answers forever. Oh my god. That's something else. 3 cards in hand. Are they all removal as well? I mean... Wow. Alright, well, we'll set that up anyway. Liliana. Oh my god. Perfect answers. Now, unfortunately, he might also have a push, and we're going to have to watch out for that. But we're going to be activating Needle Spires to send into that. If he's got perfect answers, I will be a little bit salty, to say the very least. Okay. So, let's at least kill Liliana and get this problem out of our way. And send in. No answers yet. Okay, good. That's out of the way. So Needle Spires was definitely a good choice based on how much removal this guy's got. Rex Sage, that's whatever. We can live with that. And a Veteran Motorist is an interesting pickup. It can get us into some better draws, but not seeing it quite yet. Let's run this for what it's worth and try and have a backup for when he's got the answer for this. Just hoping for the best on that one, that he can't have the answer forever. I mean, we only have like 3 mana worth of plays. Let's at least try to get to 5 mana worth of plays and try and maximize this. Pulse, because that gets the Ballista, which offers an answer. A Ballista for 1, that is. Yep. So I guess we're looking for something with more than 1 toughness. And then we'd be okay. That would not be the case here. Okay, so we're going to have to play something else. Let's try and find some answers to this situation. So Weapons Trainer and Heart of Charon is pretty good. In fact, both of them are going to definitely do some work. Compared to what we have in our hand. I'm going to definitely keep them, that's for sure. And we'll see if he's got what he needs. Let's not give him perfect info. Let's also equip this just to see if he's going to blow that up. No! Alright then. He's used 1 Rex Sage. He may have more. We'll see. Send in the 2. We'll force him to use removal, so 2 damage is no big deal. We're still at 20 anyway, so that's fine. Oath of Liliana, because that's just a stupid amount of removal. Like, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 effective pieces. 6. Unfreaking real. Let's drop that anyway. And we can't do much more than that right now. Even if I played land, we can't do much more. Well, it was an attempt to keep the motorist around, which would have definitely pumped up the heart pretty nicely. Gisela. Oh my god. This is getting into stupid range. So we get the weapons trainer. We'll play that. And that's going to be relevant, I suppose. Let's crew. And just because of Gisela, we're going to do that. And swing this in. Not an insignificant amount of damage, so he's going to have to slightly consider it, but the lifelink is also going to be a problem. He might have just blown all his removal, now that I think about it. He just used it all. Adding a counter to make sure that this guy is a little bit in a rough spot. Challenging. I'm sure we can get past it somehow. He's pausing on the trigger. Okay. He's blowing that up. It's fine. Inventor's goggles. Okay, so. Thinking. I'm thinking. Inventor's goggles is not going to help us here, but the Needle Spires is able to activate and do 6 damage. It's also able to... we can't do it at instant speed, however. We can do 6 with this, and it's probably... well, just based on our draws, it's probably for the best. Let's fake out that at least for the moment. So we can make it 3. That would, yeah. I'm just gonna equip it. He can do 6 damage right now. So this is our last hope. Otherwise, I say he got some pretty good nut draws here. Let's get that damage in. Don't know if we've got an answer. This guy got the nuts. What can I say? Like, come on. All the right... yeah, the anthem's out. And that's a win. Well, I mean, you can't win them all, right? That's too bad. All right, well, let's see if our luck changes. I mean, the deck was performing well in the first gameplay video. This is just a bad run. Let's go into the next one and see what we can get. All right, we're up against Johnny, and we're on the play. What do we get? Come on, some good answers here. So 4 lands, some 1-drops, neglected heirloom, which can make this stuff come online. I suppose, but except for the fact that our turn 1 drop is... our turn 1 drop is going to be Inventor's Apprentice, is what I mean to say here. Then turn 2 is Neglected Heirloom. It's just because our white mana would come through Aether Hub, I suppose. Which we may or may not have to use, don't know. We'll see. Depends on how our flow goes and which direction our cards go here. And a Plains is not exactly what I was hoping for here. Well, not exactly. So, let's just drop the Exemplar. Let's push down an Aggression nice and quickly. Get the Heirloom down. And that should be enough to, you know, start out good. So if we get another land. Let's just say we get another land next turn. Then we'll drop Needle Spires, equip the Heirloom onto something, and swing in with that. Though the gas ran out real fast. We just played our entire everything, and it was all 1-drops. Oh, okay. Well, whatever. So let's just boost this guy up because he needs a little bit of love. Send them both in. You might have an answer to it. We don't know. We might be faster than them. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to need a little bit more than land. This deck runs on a low enough curve that we don't need all of this nonsense here. Pieces of the puzzle. Okay. Are we against some sort of nagging thoughts, catalog? Oh, well, this is clearly Rise from the Tides, so okay. Yeah, that's a pretty obvious Rise from the Tides thing here, so okay. Discarding. Oh, never mind, it's Reanimator. Okay. Well, we've got Bonesaw. We're going to go full in with some serious damage, I guess. Get the Bonesaw down, and depending on next turn, we can activate the Manland. So let's turn this into a 3/3. Okay. And hit for a good truckload of damage. Actually, that is a pretty good truckload of damage. So what's that, turn 4? Yeah, that's not bad. It's gonna have to catch up. With a Reanimator, they're going to need either a board wipe or... we'll see. Yahenni's Expertise. Into a catalog. Next turn, they may be able to reanimate. We're going to have to watch out for that. There's an Ulamog. That's going to be a tough called thing to deal with. So Heart of Kiron is interesting because it flies, of course. They haven't discarded any form of removal, so it might be just simply Yahenni's Expertise as a global catch-all. But we're seeing Ulamog next turn, so... can we survive Ulamog just fine? You know what? I think we can. I think we can survive Ulamog just fine. So they cast Ulamog. They get a chance to attack with Ulamog. Next turn, we're casting Heart of Kiron. Let's get them down to 1. Unfortunately, we can't do much with that right at the moment. So let's get them down to 1 at least, so that they're in a very dangerous state. And then they may consider not attacking with Ulamog. That's my thought. So the other thing is Combustible Gearhulk. Okay. Rise from the Grave. They're targeting potential. Yeah, they're targeting Ulamog. You know, if I were them, I would have considered Combustible Gearhulk just for more card draw answers. In this particular scenario, we can't get through with this, so we'll slam down Heart of Kiron. It's a flyer, that's how we're looking at it. And Selfless Spirit. Okay, and equip it up. Sure. And we'll play that, and we'll equip the Bonesaw as well, just so that he knows we mean business. There we go. So we have enough lands to activate this and swing in with Heart of Kiron. If he removes this, we have enough to activate. So we don't even care about Ulamog right now. Nagging Thoughts, okay. Ulamog may mill us, but I don't care. Straight into Languish. So we win. Staying on the defensive. And that is not going to save you. activate that. And let them know we mean business completely. So, quick bone saw. And he gets it. Continue, please. Get out of my way. Let's get that lovely shiny win first. And there we go. Very nice. All right, so we got there in game 2. We got ourselves redeemed. Let's see if we can pull out a win and get a good win ratio for game number 3. All right, so we're against Claymore Teresa, who is a Saheeli Rai deck, which that should take forever to play out. But in all seriousness, if we have a piece of equipment, this deck flies. Just saying. Or this game flies for sure. Like, our hand is good. So with that, let's play as if we might get a piece of equipment, vehicle, anything. Hard to say. I had a game where I was mana screwed 2 lands, and you know, you're sitting on exactly what you need. It's like, I kept a hand with Aether Sphere, Lone Rider, Gideon. It's like, yeah, this is good. Couldn't cast a single one of them. Okay, so there we go. That's what we're looking for. So we can equip them. How are we going to play this out? Well, we definitely want the heirloom out. So let's consider that, which means the Vendor's Apprentice is the only other option. We'll go with that. Well, that was easy to plan out. Send him in for 3. And what kind of Gruul thing do we have going on here? Anytime I see a Gruul color starting out, it's usually some sort of Super Friends thing. Just as calling it as I see it all the time. Okay. We'll take Brawler. Okay, so this is an aggro energy aggro thing. That's fine. Okay. Inventor's Goggles triggers onto... Well, our artificers are already out, so it doesn't matter. Put down the weapons trainer. That'll give them some food for thought. Or we can put down the Lone Rider. I'm going to swing in because and sacrifice potential damage because I want to know what's what here. I want to know how this guy plays. He's playing defensively. Okay. That's interesting knowledge. So he's got energy. Harness Lightning is a thing. Go to Weapons Trainer. And if he gets energy, how do we want to play this? Go on you for now. I want the threat to look like this guy instead of this guy in case the Harness Lightning comes down. Okay, so what's your decisions? Electrostatic Pummeler, we can live with that. It's not a big deal. Kari Zev is pretty good. We got that combo going. Okay, so we keep this guy back and then see how he reacts to the 4 damage. I'm not worried about Pummeler yet. You're a pirate, so it doesn't count for the equip switch. So we'll throw down Kari Zeb. Throw down Inventor's Goggles. We might be in a good state. if he's dropping Pummeler. I mean, he does make for a good blocker with all his energy, but he'd have to use his energy. I suppose that it would have gone to a 2-2 maximum. Lone Rider does have the capacity to grow here, but we're just finding some more interesting options, I think. It's not the only play in the deck, that's for sure. Yeah, go ahead. Do it, buddy. Go ahead. 6 energy. These are no longer backwards. They're as they appear. They used to be backwards, which always messes with me when we get to the 9 and 6. I always have to double check. And he's got to play. This is interesting. Long Tusk Cub. Okay. So I can pump that 3 times. Veteran Motorist. Okay. You're probably not a half bad play. So how do we get through this guy doing his thing with his stuff? Get him to blow his energy. That's one possibility. He's got untapped mana versus any color here with Aether Hub. So it can push to a 5/5. It's going to blow his energy. I mean, why not? He's going to have to use everything he's got to deal with that. If it's his only play, or if he's got to play, we're pretty bad state, but we'll see. I just thought of High Spire Infusion as well. Okay. I want to try and get this going. Shielded Aether Thief is whatever. He's on the back foot, and I gotta play somewhat accordingly. This guy I might have to consider putting in, depending on how he plays out here. So he can draw some cards with Aether Thief if he really, really wants to, which is a possibility. Pumping at sorcery speed, and I'm okay with this. Leaves it as not a surprise anymore. Srom. Srom is not doing much right now, but he could later. So, possible High Spire Infusion. I like the thought of just attacking anyway. So he takes a ton of damage if he... Okay, yeah, he respects that. He cannot block that. No, no, no. Blocks the monkey. Gets some energy. We get the first strike 2 damage in first. So. Veteran Motorist. Scry me into something that lets me know I can use Throm properly. Stoneforge Acolyte, Selfless Spirit. We just threw away our last ally. Selfless Spirit is... good. Let's go with that as a finish. I'd say that's perfectly ideal. Don't know if he's running counterspells. You never know. Decks these days just throw something out at you from left field. But we have one cast, so... and it's going to be Selfless Spirit. Brawl's Expertise. Oh my god. That's brutal. That is a tempo shift. Into Shielded Aether Thief. So he's going to wall us out. Why couldn't you have bounced my equipment? Just drop SRAM and draw our way out of this. Selfless Spirit is no longer the draw I'm looking for. Veteran Motorist. Find me a new strategy. Smuggler's Copter. I'm going to take Copter, because Copter can draw off SRAM, even though I need the land for it, don't I? And also, we can't cast anything else. We can't even cast our 1-drops. So we'll just throw this on there. Inventor's Apprentice will get the benefit from this, but it may not matter. That was a huge tempo swing, and without lands, it's a big deal. He's getting energy to back him up now. He's going in for quite a bit of damage here. So, let's slow him down. Last card is not something he's looking for, but at least we can get rid of a pesky man land, because that can be troublesome, even though this thing's getting big. Copter, yes. We don't have much time, so we're going to have to come up with a solution. Inventor's Apprentice. Put that on. Okay, so that's a little bit. The Selfless Spirit flies. Selfless Spirit flies. If he's got another Brawl's Expertise, I'll be excessively salty. Don't know what his last card is. Potentially just land. He's drawing a card, so he's finally making use of those. Don't know if he's got the answer. It's tough. Ah! Harness Lightning that. I'm letting it go because I want Selfless Spirit around. Selfless Spirit, double equipped, in you go, right? I mean, it's lethal, it's a chance. It's a very risky chance. And we're going to have to go with it. Okay, running a risk. Running a huge... Where were you? Okay, all in on Selfless Spirit. I have a... Ah, yes, he didn't consider it. All right, go in, my Selfless Spirit. Be selfish for once. Absorb your victory. There we go. It's a tight match, that one. The Brawl's Expertise scared the living crap out of me. I didn't think we were coming back from that. Anyways, if you enjoyed, folks, you might want to consider subscribing. I do a new deck every single Friday, and of course, more gameplay throughout the week. And hope you enjoyed. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.